Here we are again, and may I say, what a day we had. A mixture of cultures, young, dare I say old. I'll say, for the sake of saying it, less young. Mums and dads, grannies and granddads, lovely families, students, perhaps on holiday, perhaps revising for their exams, perhaps just graduated or graduating. But a simply splendid mixture of, as I say, cultures, people socializing in a relaxed, very friendly atmosphere, very friendly environment. We were very, very fortunate to have a lovely, bright, sunny day. So we thought we'd take the opportunity of having a day out and going to the lake. We went to the lake nearby and had, as I say, an extraordinary afternoon, in and out of the water. And, as I say, a combination of coincidences. That was the word I was looking for, coincidences. You might ask, why coincidences? Well, firstly, because I was with a little girl, and she, as soon as we arrived, she met up with some other little girls, and off they disappeared and immediately dived or jumped into the water and then spent the next 3 hours in the water playing together, diving off the pier and just generally having fun and relaxing. The water was bright and clear and clean. And as I say, it was a warm 25, 26 degrees, sunny Friday afternoon. Very, very lucky. I then looked across the other side of the park, just opposite the bar where we were sitting, and I recognized an old friend. Not old in terms of age, but a person whom we know or have known or I've known for several years now. A very nice young lady, well, I should say around, I shouldn't say it actually, but I can say it, around 40, Chantal, who is so extraordinarily friendly, it's quite remarkable. And we hadn't seen her, of course, last year due to the lockdown and through the course of these last 18 months. So we had lots to talk about and exchange and as I say, almost asking each other, when did we last meet? And then she said, oh, I'm expecting a friend to turn up, Christelle. And when Christelle did turn up, I was then introduced by Chantal to her friend Christelle, a lovely girl in her mid-30s. From Togo, and very, very, very unusual complexion, but a very bright and smiling and obviously happy, and a great friend of Chantal's. And as I say, she was proudly introduced to me by Chantal as being one of her closest or one of her best friends. And as I say, a delightful young lady. I tried to exchange, as well as, of course, in Italian. I didn't test her English. She tested my French, which rather took me to surprise. But I was able to more or less converse in French with, let's say, not enormous difficulty, but not with great ease. But that was fun anyway. And then there was Romina, who was also there, another friend of Chantal's, with her little daughter, aged about maybe five and a half, six, because the little girl I was with immediately met her friend called Asia, who's about 11 and a half, something like that. And so immediately there was as I say, there was a little group of us, and there we were sitting on the sunbeds and just talking away the afternoon, talking away the time of day. And it was absolutely, then of course I said, but you know, we are at the lake, let's go for a swim, which we did. And Chantal then remarked saying, the water's a little chilly, but I said, I need that, it's good for my circulation, so I'll go in and have some aquatherapy. But it turned out it was actually very pleasant, given that it was such a wonderful, bright, sunny afternoon. And as I say, we proceeded then to spend, I would say, probably maybe half an hour, even 3/4 of an hour in the water, thoroughly enjoying it. And then we made our way back to the shore and had a coffee, and somebody asked for an ice cream, and then we had an ice cream. And because like all these things, when you're out in the open air and you're doing things, everybody all of a sudden gets hungry or thirsty. And so anyway, that was how we spent today. And I think it's one of the most wonderful afternoons, just, as I say, passing the time of day, but in good company, with so many different people as well. I mean, I could have spoken to maybe 5, 6, 10 other different people. Even the owners of the bar said, "Oh, how lovely to see you." And I said, "Oh, how lovely to see you too. And how are you?" And catching up on old times and old news. As I say, old, relatively speaking. But as I say, having more or less missed out last year altogether, it's anybody you bump into could say, well, yes, a year and a half or two have gone by since we last met. So, of course, it is catching up on old times. Then there was somebody else on a lounger, on a sunbed, and said, "Oh, it's you. Oh, I haven't seen you for ages." And we did actually meet at some stage. I think it was maybe either in the spring or even in the winter. We're in Switzerland, by the way. And we had been to the swimming baths or the swimming pool near our home. But of course, going to the swimming pool in the wintertime, which does have, yes, a thermal bath, which is very nice, it's not quite the same as going to a sunny lakeside Lido, where, as I say, you can all lap up the sun and generally chill out. I think that's the best expression. But furthermore, and most interestingly, in what I would define as such wonderful company, and it was really, for that reason, delightful and memorable, I should say. And I think on that note, I can leave you quietly by saying memorable. So we will remember. Bye.